Okay, so hi everyone, my name is Madison and welcome back to another video. So this is kind of an impromptu video. I didn't really plan this out that much, but I was really struggling these past couple of months with my booktube channel trying to make TBRs that I would actually follow. I'm a very big mood reader, and TBRs never really work for me. It's almost like the books I put on a TBR I just don't read that month. It's like I try not to read those books when it's completely not intentional, but it is very disappointing for me to get to an end of the month and look back on my TBR and see I haven't completed any of those books. I thought it would be really interesting this year to talk about every single book on my physical TBR. In other words, the books I own that I want to read sometime soon. I'm kind of losing my voice, so I'm sorry if I sound weird. So let me go ahead and get started. Real quick, before anything else, I do want to say I have 5 books I've borrowed from a friend of mine for like a year and a half that I really need to read and finally return back to her, and I wanted to mention these on my physical TBR since they are physical books I have had in my room just sitting on my bookshelf since March of last year. And these books are The Ask and the Answer and The Monsters of Men by Patrick Ness. These are the second and third book of the Chaos Walking trilogy. And then I have the first and second books in the Mysterious Benedict Society by Trenton Lee Stewart. I also have The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. So these are the books I need to read ASAP. Now, I don't know if you can really see by these bookshelves, but I reorganized my shelves very recently. If that video's not out already, I will have that out very soon, but I put them kind of in rainbow order, and then I turned around the spines of the books I have not read yet. So as you can see, I have not read a lot of the books on my bookshelves, so I'm just going to be going through these one by one and seeing if I can get some series together to show you all of the physical books on my TBR. First up, this book actually isn't on my bookshelves, but I have it sitting on my desk all the time, and that is The Once We're Meant to Find by Joan He. I absolutely adore this cover. That's why it's sitting out on my desk all the time. So the first set of books on my TBR are the entire Heroes of Olympus series. It's pretty embarrassing that I haven't read these books yet. I have started The Lost Hero. I actually tried annotating it and it was a lot of fun, but I only got up to page 366, and I really need to finish this book and continue on with the rest of the series because I'm so excited to read it. Next, I have Legendborn by Tracy Deonn, and I also have These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. I also have the Trials of Apollo series by Rick Riordan. Then I also have the Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard series. I've read the first book, but I haven't moved on to the second or third yet. Then I have Echo by Pam Munoz Ryan. I've started this book also. I've gotten to like page 50, but I feel like I need to restart it to really enjoy how beautiful this book is. Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. I have the mass market paperback set of books 2 through 5 of the Anne of Green Gables series, along with this hardcover of Anne of Green Gables. I want to reread the first book before I continue on to the rest of the series. The second and third books in the Binti trilogy by Nanette Okorafor, Binti Home and Binti the Night Masquerade, and The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. Arusha and the Song of Death, the second book in the Pandava Quartet. The really small The Wizard of Earthsea books by Ursula K. Le Guin. This art copy of Counting Down With You by Tashi Bouillon, I believe is how you say it. I'm sorry if I pronounce anybody's names wrong. And then The Kane Chronicles by Rick Riordan. I love these paperbacks. They're so amazing. Instant Karma by Marissa Meyer. And the second and third books in the Shadow and Bone trilogy. I'm actually on page 144 of this book and have been since April. So I need to get on this and finish this series. And then I have both Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, both books in the Six of Crows duology. And I also have King of Scars and Rule of Wolves. I have a complete Grishaverse collection, and I still have not read any of these books, except Shadow and Bone. Love that. And then I also have The Iron Trial by Cassandra Clare and Holly Black, the first book in the Magisterium series, their middle grade series. Rotten Ruin by Jonathan Mayberry. I also have these select books from the Wings of Fire series that I still have not yet read. the third and fourth books in the graphic novel adaptations of this series, The Hidden Kingdom and The Dark Prophecy. The Wings of Fire short story collection with some side characters in this world, a special edition side story from this world, and book 14 of this series that I absolutely love this cover. And then I have the second and third books in His Dark Materials series by Philip Pullman, the first book being The Golden Compass or The Northern Lights, depending on where you're from. Crown of Feathers by Nikki Palpretto, Dishes by V.E. Schwab, The Martian by Andy Weir, and From the Desk of Zoe Washington by Janae Marks. We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faisal, 3 books a part of the Twisted Companions series. As Old as Time, a Beauty and the Beast retelling, A Whole New World, Aladdin retelling, and Mirror Mirror, a Wicked Queen, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs retelling. And then we have The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton, Hurtless by Marissa Meyer, Red Rising by Pierce Brown, Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi, another V.E. Schwab book, A Darker Shade of Magic. I have a lot of her books on my shelves. And Black Sun by Rebecca Rowanhorse, A Tale of Witchcraft by Chris Colfer. I absolutely adore this cover. Dune by Frank Herbert, giant book. Everlost by Neil Shusterman, and Keeper of the Lost Cities by Shannon Messenger. Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare, The Stand by Stephen King, another ginormous book. An independently published novel called Deviant by Shauna Bozarge, 2 books in the Rise of Kyoshi series, a spin-off / prequel to Avatar: The Last Airbender. The Rise of Kyoshi and The Shadow of Kyoshi. To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson, and its sequel, Without a Dust Jacket, Good Girl, Bad Blood, Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard, Worlds of Exile and Illusion by Ursula K. Le Guin, 6 Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lynn, The Monsters of Verity duology, This Savage Song, and Our Dark Duet. I adore these covers also. Now, those are all of the books on my shelves that are on my physical TBR. Wow, is it a lot of books? It's rather overwhelming, but I'm not done. I have 4 more stacks of books that are from the other room that I also have on my physical TBR. Like I said, it is overwhelming. So let's get started. The first up I have is Steelheart by Brandon Sanderson, Hero by Mike Lupica, Dry by Neil Shusterman and Jared Shusterman, The Impossible Knife of Memory by Lori Haltz Anderson, Wonder by R.J. Palacio, The Siren by Kiera Cass, Wonder Woman Warbringer by Lee Bardugo, a gorgeous copy of The Princess Bride, The False Prince by Jennifer A. Nielsen. This is a very beat up old copy. Mongrels by Stephen Graham Jones, The Candle and the Flame by Nafisa Azad, Secret Messenger by Mandy Robotham, The Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Society by Mary Ann Schaffer and Annie Barrows, Mapping the Interior by Stephen Graham Jones, Shipbreaker by Paulo Basigu, I can't say his last name here, and The Giant Inheritance Trilogy by N.K. Jemisin. Yeah. 1,400 pages. The Young Elites by Marie Lu, Foundation, The Beginning of the Foundation novels by Isaac Asimov, Cleopatra's Moon by Vicky Alvier Schechter, Refugee and Prisoner B3087 by Alan Gratz, Chains by Lori Halls Anderson, Holes by Louise Satcher, The End of the Wild by Nicole Helgett, Waiting for Augusta by Jessica Lawson, Curses and Smoke by Vicky Alvier Schechter, The Lost Crown by Sarah Miller, The Phantom Toll Booth by Norton Jester, The High Society by Allie Carter, Numbered the Stars by Lewis Lowry, Into the Wild by John Krakauer, and The Wild Truth by Karine McCandles. And finally, the last one is Atlantia by Ali Condi. My goodness. Okay, so that's all of the books. That's overwhelming. I know it's at least 100 plus all of the books I just showed you that are not on my shelf is at least, I think, 150. It might be more than that. It's a lot of books. A lot of books. But hopefully by the time I graduate from high school and go into college, I'll have read all of these and I can slowly but surely continue growing my book collection. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed checking out all of my physical TBR. I do hope to get to all of these one time in the near future. If you want to see any number of these books featured in a video or want to see me read it and review it anytime soon, please let me know down in the comments. And if you have some that you would like me to prioritize, along with tell me how many books you have on your physical TBR, if you know, like how many. Let me just tell you, just to look at them all like this is very overwhelming, but you have to get through it one book at a time. I keep telling myself that. If you want to follow me along on this journey of reading all of these books eventually in my lifetime, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a like if you want, and I will see you in my next video.